Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Making History. And when we last left off, we completed Jebnik 1. In this episode, we are going to head to the next mission, the Trouble in the Void. I gave it just a quick look to see what we were getting into, and things are about to go terribly wrong. So let's join Jebediah in orbit and see what adventures await us. Alright, that's what the mission briefing was. Valshad 2, can you hear us? Our computers report a massive cascading electrical failure on your craft. Stay calm. There's nothing to worry about. On a completely unrelated note, you will run a crew report so we can monitor your vitals. You'll need to hurry. We might not have much time. I mean, all should be fine. So indeed, we will run the crew report on the craft. The good news is your vitals are okay. Bad news is everything else. Our engineers have a plan. There's a communication satellite, the SWM-94, designed to stay in orbit, so we have to board the SWM-94 and EVA Tomford over, so get there. Boom! Alright, so if we go to our map view, we are going to see parked right, basically next to us, is the comm satellite, and we only have RCS thrusters, but we can see the satellite right over there. Let's go ahead and turn our RCS thrusters on and point that way. The purple circle is that satellite, so we will just thrust forward here. And then once we pick up a little bit of speed, we'll just use our RCS thrusters to adjust. And then we're hurtling towards it at 7.1 meters a second. All right, here it comes. Once we get a little bit closer, we will turn on our RCS thrusters and prepare to back up right along this forward vector here. All right, here we go, and reverse. And parked it. 0.5 meters a second. There we go, 0.2. All right, Tomford, EVA out if you please. And let's see if we can get up on this thing. Tomford's RCS thrusters are good to go. And I believe the hatch that we are so needing is actually on the other side here. So we'll go around to this side of the probe, spin her around here and get to the hatch. All right, don't bang your head on the, well, don't bang your head on the satellite there, Tomford. All right, F to grab and B to board. You've made it. Transmit a crew report. All right, crew report transmit. You've made it. We're sending the reboot message now, and yes, it looks like the engines are back online and the cascade has quit. Are you ready for the next bit of bad news? The electrical failure fried the valve system, so one of you will need to land the SWM-94. Good thing we equipped our satellites to deorbit. Land as much of the Valskad as you can near the KSC so we can do a post-mortem. Outstanding. So we are here, and we'll go ahead and land the satellite. I don't believe we have a whole lot of fuel in this thing, so we're going to add a retrograde maneuver probably to about there. We can always adjust our timing a bit, but the planet will rotate under us, so that looks to be pretty good. A 522 meter a second burn. Now, this satellite does have solar panels and, indeed, a stability control. So this will be pretty easy to land. Let me just do that to get all the solar panels in. And let's pop that and give a quick blast of engine. So a 28-second burn is what we need. Now, I think we have 28 seconds of fuel in this thing. So we'll go ahead and get around to the planet and begin our deorbit burn. We're going to be going to about 15 seconds or so. All right, let's adjust and see where the planet is in relation. Yep, we do need to push that maneuver node back just a skosh. But still a 15-second burn for us. And we're still right on the marker. All right, let's go here in a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Full throttle. All right, we are going to deorbit. Taking a look at our orbit, it is dropping. We want to aim just past the Kerbal Space Center in the ocean. And fuel is chugging away, so this is pretty much our burn right here. All right, so should be fine. If it's not, there's nothing really we can do about it now. All right, so let's curl up our solar panels here so they don't explode in the reheating. We'll turn off stability control to let the spaceship sort of tumble freely once it interacts with the atmosphere here. And that will sort of spread the heating around. All right, satellite, I need you to start interacting with this atmosphere and slowing down, if you please. Much appreciated, thank you. So there's the Kerbal Space Center right there. We're really starting to pirouette. All right, and now we're no longer interacting with the atmosphere. And take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We're still moving forward, but it looks like now we're going to start plummeting to the ground. All right, seems good. Let's go ahead and pop our parachute since we'll have no more forward momentum. And then we'll get on down to the surface. All right, getting ready to set down here and landed, like so. All right, so it auto-saved, another happy landing. Bring the rest of the crew down in the Val. All right, so we'll recover that vessel there. And we'll basically do the same thing for the Valstock. Next, done. All right, tracking station. There's the Valshad 2. And let's go ahead and get to the other side of the planet. I believe we've passed over the Kerbal Space Center. Let's turn off all of our lights, though, to save battery. We only have, well, I mean, we've got 1,000 electric charge, but still, we don't want to be wasting it on something as fruity as a light. All right, so we'll speed right on around, and it looks like the Kerbal Space Center will be in a little bit of darkness by the time we come back around, but that is our goal right there. A 25,000 meter radius to count. Interesting indeed. All right, so we're going to come back around here, and I don't know how much thrust we're going to need. So let's go ahead and add our maneuver here. And that is going to be how long? A 400 meter burn. That seems about accurate in what we need here. So we'll go ahead and point our rocket that way. No, turn off all your lights, man. I'm trying to save some battery here. Yeah, 880 electric charge. All right, let's activate our engine. Let's go ahead and give it just a little bit of gas so we can get to our maneuver node. All right, kill that. And then we'll do a full speed little blip and see exactly how much we need here. All right, so 1 minute and 10, it looks like. So we'll probably go until 35 seconds or so. Seems legitimate. I don't know if we have a minute's worth of fuel in this thing, but what we can do is utilize those RCS thrusters in tandem if we have those as well. All right, let's refresh, see where we are in the grand scheme of things. We might need to move our maneuver just a little bit more forward. All right, let's get to within 35 seconds or so. All right, here we go, 41 seconds. Electric charge is still holding fast, and go. So you hold that, we'll turn on the RCS and give that everything it's got as well to slow down. And so far so good, but it doesn't look like we are slowing down as effectively as we really need to based on what we have here. But I'll keep holding a steady station. And I'll keep using up these RCS thrusters. 5, 4. I mean, we do have a lot of thrust in these little guys, but I don't know if it is going to be enough. All right, RCS is done. We were 200 meters a second short. Hopefully the planet rotates under us just enough here. We'll go ahead and set down, but it might not be too good. I think we needed an even shallower approach than what we did here. So we're going to fly right over the Kerbal Space Center right there. Let's do that. Maybe we can slow down if we're smaller. And I don't think we're going to be within the 25,000 meter range here. We're burning up that battery. Which, if that goes, will we lose the electric charge to pump the parachutes? Curiouser and curiouser. We are going to come straight down, though, now. And we do have... Yeah, we're slowed down enough to pop the parachutes. I'll wait until about 5,000 meters. And then I'll just see you on the surface and we'll see what happens. And splashdown. So, bronze. It was a mission success. 4,000 points. I could probably do that better, but we'll save that and see what the next mission has in store. And that is going to be to the moon via Minmus. Recreates the heady days of the early lunar probes. You start off ready to launch, and your objective is ambitious, but the PR team assures us it's worth it. Reach Minmus's sphere of influence. We also packed a little surprise for the Kerbal observers back on the ground, a mystery goo to release in orbit over Kerbin. Just remember to stage while in Kerbin's orbit, just below 100,000 to let it go. Ready for takeoff? We'll be back in touch during your flight. So that's mission 2 done. In the next episode, we'll tackle mission 3, but that's going to do it for me in this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode of Kerbal Space Program. Take care.